We met when we were 8, our families lived 2 houses apart in the same sleepy cul-de-sac outside of Raleigh, North Carolina. Back then, it was just scraped knees, bike races, and popsicles on the curb. Her name was Lily, and she had this wild, fearless laugh that always got her in trouble at school and always made me laugh too hard in church. We grew up side by side, summer camp together, first dances, midnight talks about college and what the future might look like. When I got my driver's license, she was the first person I picked up. When her dog died in high school, I was the one who stayed with her on the porch all night. We never dated then, we were just us, the kind of bond everyone else noticed before we did. It wasn't until we were both 24, after college and after a few failed relationships, that we finally admitted what everyone else already seemed to know: we were in love. From that moment on, it felt like life finally clicked into place. Lily moved into my apartment a year later. She started leaving sticky notes on the fridge with dumb little drawings, made coffee for her every morning even though I hated the taste. We were one of those couples who genuinely liked doing nothing together. I proposed to her under the old oak tree in her parents' backyard, the same place we buried a time capsule as kids. She cried and said yes before I could even finish my speech. We picked a wedding date, September 14th. Small ceremony, close family, no drama, just love. We agreed on one thing early in planning: no strippers, no wild bachelor or bachelorette parties. Let's go into this with our hearts clean, she said. I trusted her, I always did. She was my best friend, my first call, my whole future. I never imagined what would happen next. A week before the wedding, we sat on the couch with our wedding planner's checklist between us. One of the last items, bachelor/bachelorette plans. Lily laughed and nudged me. "You're not allowed to end up in Vegas with a tiger," she joked. I grinned. "Only if you promise not to end up with glitter in your hair and regrets on your conscience." "No strippers," she said seriously, taking my hand. "No last night of freedom, clichés, let's keep it real." "I don't need a last night of freedom," I replied. "I already found what I was looking for." We pinky swore on it. Stupid, maybe, but it felt like a promise made by kids who'd grown up together and still believed in simple honesty. My bachelor party was exactly what I needed, a chill day out on the lake with my best friends. We grilled, played some cornhole, argued over who cheated at poker, and told embarrassing high school stories around a fire pit. No one got blackout drunk, no one did anything wild. We wrapped up by 10. I remember thinking, I can't wait to see her face tomorrow. That night, Lily texted me, "Love you, can't believe we're almost there. You ready to be stuck with me forever?" Not stuck, lucky. We even sent each other selfies from our nights. Me with a marshmallow on fire, her clinking glasses with friends at a downtown bar. She looked beautiful, relaxed, happy. I went to bed smiling, knowing I was marrying my best friend in 6 days. I had no reason to doubt her, at least, not then. There's a video you need to see. I wish I didn't have to show you. It was 3 days after my bachelor party. I was picking up suits from the tailor when my buddy Chris texted, "You free tonight? Need to talk? Come by." No, Lily. I didn't think much of it. Maybe he needed help with his toast, maybe it was just nerves. He and his wife, Amanda, were both in our wedding party. We were all tight. I showed up around 7. Amanda answered the door. Her face was blotchy, red eyes, no makeup. I knew instantly something was off. Chris was in the living room, pacing. He didn't say much, just gestured for me to sit. Amanda sat down across from me, hands shaking. I didn't want to be involved, she started, but I can't keep this to myself. Then she pulled out her phone. For a moment, no one spoke. I could hear the faint buzz of a fridge, Chris cracking his knuckles. Amanda pressed play. It was a video, blurry at first, loud music, a group of women in a dim, crowded club. Bright lights, screaming, laughter. I recognized some of Lily's friends. I saw Lily. She was dancing, clearly drunk. At first, I thought, okay, maybe they went to a club. Maybe she just danced. But then the camera angle shifted, and I saw her, on stage, with a male dancer. The rest. It doesn't matter what exactly happened. What matters is the look on her face. Not shame, not surprise, enjoyment. It was Amanda's voice in the background of the video, clearly upset, saying, "We agreed. No strippers. This wasn't supposed to happen." She paused the video. "I told her not to go up there," Amanda whispered. "I told her." She said it was harmless, but it wasn't. "James, I'm so sorry." I didn't say a word. Not then, not for several minutes. I didn't yell, didn't break anything. I just sat there, hands folded, mind blank, like someone had hit pause on my entire life. "She promised," I finally said. "I know," Amanda replied, eyes wet. "That's why I had to tell you. I left their house without another word. My phone buzzed with a text from Lily on the drive home. Want to rehearse our vows tonight? I stared at the screen and kept driving. The hardest part wasn't watching the video, it was pretending I hadn't seen it. For 3 days, I lived beside her like a ghost. She made pancakes, I said thanks. She kissed my cheek, I flinched. Every word from her mouth sounded warped, like a bad cover of a song I used to love. She laughed at a show we always watched, I barely heard it. Her phone buzzed once, and I stared at it too long. She noticed. You've been distant, she said one night, curling up beside me. Is it wedding stress? I nodded, just tired. She believed it. Of course she did. I stopped holding her hand, I stopped saying, I love you. First, I stopped meaning it when I echoed it back, and still, she smiled like nothing had changed. Inside, I was breaking in slow motion. Rage would rise, sharp and blinding, then it would vanish, leaving only this heavy, gray emptiness. I wasn't sure what hurt more, what she did, or how easy it was for her to pretend nothing happened. I woke up Thursday and knew, I couldn't marry her. No dramatic trigger, just clarity, a silence inside me that felt final. I took the day off work and started with the small things. Her books off the shelf, her shoes by the door. I folded her sweaters like I was packing up a version of my past. No anger, just cold precision. I emailed the venue first, then the caterer, then her cousin who was making the centerpieces. I used the same line every time. Plans have changed. The wedding is cancelled. Thank you for understanding. The messages came in fast, some confused, some kind. I ignored them. I called my parents and told them everything. My mom cried. My dad said, "You're doing the right thing." By evening, the apartment looked strange, too clean, too empty on her side, but I kept moving, afraid that if I stopped, I'd sink. Letting her go wasn't about pride, it was about survival. This wasn't the life I deserved. She came home to boxes in the hallway, her face froze. What's going on? I sat on the edge of the couch, hands clasped. We need to talk. Her smile flickered, then disappeared. Is this about the video? Silence. She sank to the floor. It wasn't what it looked like. I raised a hand. Don't lie, please, just don't. She tried again, words tumbled out. Excuses, half-truths, tears. I was drunk. It didn't mean anything. I didn't even remember most of it. Then came the collapse, full sobbing. I ruined everything, but we can fix this, please, James. I'll go to therapy. I'll do anything. Don't give up on us. I wanted to scream. I wanted to hold her. Instead, I said calmly, it's already gone, the trust, the future, we had it. And you broke it. She crawled closer. Just don't tell anyone, please, my parents, your friends. I looked at her, this woman I once thought I'd grow old with, and said, I won't as long as you don't try to rewrite this. She nodded through sobs, and I stood up. The email went out Sunday morning. James and Lily have decided to cancel their wedding. Thank you for your support and understanding. No details, no drama, just closure. I deleted our shared photo album, one folder at a time. Engagement shoot, venue. Walk through, she said yes. Video gone, not out of spite, I just didn't need reminders of a future that no longer existed. When she came to collect the last of her things, she didn't knock, just walked in quietly, like a stranger visiting a place she used to live. We didn't talk much. She took her boxes, her books, her old sweater that used to be mine. At the door, she turned. I never stopped loving you, she said softly. I nodded. But love isn't enough when there's no trust. She whispered, I'm sorry. And for once, I believed her. I didn't say it back, didn't need to. The door closed behind her. Later that night, I stood on the balcony, wind in my face, watching the quiet street where we once played as kids. I took a deep breath. I let go. I whispered, then louder, I'm free. And for the first time in weeks, I actually felt it.